Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Aoxander, and today I am joined by... Will.
Oh, Will C.
Yep.
It's Will. Will from Germany.
Yep, Will the Germinator. Anyway, today is Sun's Day, also known as Sunday, November 20th, 2022. So let's jump on into the history, shall we? Starting us off in the year 284, Roman soldier Diocletian proclaimed emperor by the army. That's not good. Like, the army's proclaiming him emperor, and maybe the actual emperor won't be happy about that. But I guess he became an emperor. So, anyway, moving on up into 1272, Edward I proclaimed King of England after death of his father, Henry III. He would take 2 years to return to England from the Ninth Crusade. Wow. Then we got an agreement of interest here in 1407. A truce between John the Fearless, Duke of Burgundy, and Louis of Valois, Duke of Orleans, was agreed under the auspices of John, Duke of Berry. Orleans would be assassinated 3 days later by Burgundy. Wow. Gee, look at this guy with his gonzo nose and his weird hat. So... Huh. Anyway, jumping on up to 1755, but before we do so, we have been joined by another...
The Golden Loon.
The legend, the man, the myth, and legend, himself. So, yeah, I decided to just call your phone. So.
I know, I was 3/4 of the way upstairs, and I turned around and went down and answered my phone.
Well, so I got the opposite.
Out there.
I got the opposite effect out. You're already on your way. I just postponed you. Whoops. Well,
Anyways, I made it. Thank you.
I wouldn't be a good son if I wasn't a pain in your ass, now would I?
That's what you live for.
Yes. Anyway, 1755, English minister William Pitt the Elder resigned.
Who?
William Pitt the Elder.
Oh, okay.
No. British Prime Minister, the Great Commoner.
Oh, okay. So he resigned from Prime Minister of England?
He English minister, William.
Yeah, okay.
So whatever he resigned from, I guess from being a minister. I don't know. But moving on up to 1789, New Jersey was the first state to ratify the Bill of Rights. Oh.
I didn't know that.
Well, now we do. That's interesting.
New Jersey, of all places.
Yeah. Well, that's a situation right there. Then we got a music premiere here in 1805. Ludwig van Beethoven's Fidelio, his only opera, premiered at Vienna's Theater an der Wien.
Yeah, Beethoven,
Yeah. We actually have a German in the audience right now. I know I probably butchered that, destroying his beloved language, and I'm sorry about that, but I don't know German. No. Nein sprechen die Deutsch. So, 1815...
Yes, I can understand English, no problem.
Hey, we can teach each other,
Yeah.
Anyway, 1815, the Second Treaty of Paris. France and her allies agreed France will pay indemnities after the Battle of Waterloo, ending the Napoleonic Wars. What is indemnities? I've not heard that word before.
You haven't?
I have not.
Yeah.
I'm probably certain what it means, but let's look at the dictionary definition here. Indemnity, security or protection against a loss or other financial burden. Or security against or exemption from legal liability for one's actions.
They're going to pay for what they cost, basically what it is.
All right. Let's not forget the Napoleonic Wars. Both sides were funded by the Rothschilds, who now owns and controls the IRS. But hey, that's a whole other story. Anyway, 1889, Gustav Mahler's First Symphony premiered in Budapest and is not well received. So I guess they didn't like it.
No idea what that is.
In 1890, Pope Leo XIII encyclical on slavery in the missions. So I guess in the Spanish missions and everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because they're all Catholic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So maybe they had slaves to keep the grounds nice and
I'm sure they did.
Harvest the food and stuff like that.
Yeah. That doesn't quite square, does it?
Yeah. So 1901, the opera Griselidis by Jules Massenet, Armand Silverstreet, and Eugene Morin premiered in Paris. All right. Got some sports history. In 1902, Gio Lefebvre and Henri Disengrange created Tour de France bicycle race. Oh, well, look at that. This is when it was created.
Boy, that's crazy. Those races are just crazy. Through in the Alps and everything else.
Yeah. I got to, I'm going to have to edit my my Discord settings real quick so I can pick you up a little bit better. So voice and video, lower this a little bit more. There we go. That should be all right. Moving on up here to 1906, George Bernard Shaw's play Doctor's Dilemma premiered in London. Yeah, we spoke about him yesterday a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
well, I know of him. I don't know of that particular play, but...
Yeah. We got a historic event here. Oh, I know these two people.
Yeah.
1911, the funeral of Paul and Laura Lafargue, daughter of Karl Marx, in Paris was attended by Lenin. The two socialists died in a suicide pact in the belief that their political usefulness was at an end.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, goodbye.
Suicide pact?
Karl Marx will not be missed. So, and we got some sports history here. In 1928, Boston Gardens opened. Montreal Canadiens beat the Boston Bruins 1-0. So they opened their stadium and then they lost on their home team. That's
why you play the game.
Yeah, that sucks though. 1929, Salvador Dali's first one-man show. Huh. But he's a painter. Like, one-man show. Is he painting in front of an audience?
No, wasn't he? Didn't he produce things and?
It just says here he's a painter, Spanish, surrealist painter. It's not telling me. Literally, this is his only article. Huh.
I don't know.
Salvador Dali. Apparently, we never talk about him. Huh? That's weird.
I know the name quite well. I always thought he was a producer, and I didn't know he was a painter. Producer, actor type of thing.
Over the course of his life, he produced over 1,500 works of art. In 1989, Dali died at the age of 84 from heart failure. So no, just an artist.
Huh.
Apparently, so I don't know. Anyway, 1931, Rolls-Royce acquisition of Bentley Motors was announced.
Yeah. 1931, huh?
Yep. 1934, 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura gave up just one hit, a Lou Gehrig home run as U.S. All-Stars beat Japan 1-0.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, he gave up to a great baseball player, I'll give you that.
Yep.
17-year-old pitcher. Jeez.
Lou Gehrig. Well, that's not a picture of him at 17. That's just a picture they have, for Lou Gehrig.
Get that.
So.
Well, it wasn't Lou Gehrig at 17. It was a picture. Japanese pitcher.
Eiji Sawamura. Yeah. Why?
17.
Why don't we have a picture of him? Like, this is an article about him. Why doesn't he have a clickable link? Why are we? Lou Gehrig has one.
They went for the name.
Yeah. And we got another historic event here in 1934. Lillian Hellman's Children's Hour premiered in New York City. Okay. And moving on up here, more music. In 1945, Dmitri Shostakovich's Ninth Symphony under J. Muravinsky premiered. Been talking about this guy a lot.
Really?
So, yeah, no, Dmitri, there's this Russian composer, Soviet composer. Yeah, Russian, Soviet.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, let me show you. Look at all of the articles he has.
Oh, man.
Like, every single one of these, at one point or another, I have or I will read.
Ooh.
This is just this one guy. In comparison to that other guy I looked up that had just one.
Yeah.
We
know Salvador Dali. We don't know this guy's name. At least I don't recognize it.
Yeah, and Salvador Dali only had one article. Meanwhile, this guy has pages. Like, what the hell? So, maybe because he's Soviet, and our source is leftist.
Maybe he's well accomplished.
Yeah. We got another historic event here in 1945. Queen Wilhelmina opened Dutch Parliament in Hague. Huh. We all know about Wilhelm, get the broom or whatever.
Get the broom, Hildy.
Yeah. Ooh, here we go. 1945, the Nuremberg war trials began as 24 Nazi leaders were put on trial before judges representing the victorious Allied powers. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started going on about Nuremberg a while ago. I guess they kept going, like, until now. How
Yeah.
long were the Nuremberg trials? Like,
I'm not sure of the length.
oh, how long were the Nuremberg trials lasted from November of 1945 to October of 1946. The tribunal found 19 individual defendants guilty and sentenced them to punishments that ranged from death by hanging to 15 years imprisonment.
Now, I think Tokyo Rose is a totally separate trial.
Yes, well, that's with the Japanese. These are just specifically with the Germans and whatnot.
Yeah.
So the Nuremberg trials.
Yeah, true.
No, Japan had their own thing.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we got a Catholic encyclical here in 1947. Pope Pius XII published encyclical Mediator Dei, which, what does that even mean? Let's see here. It was the first encyclical devoted entirely to liturgy. What does that even mean? Okay, go away, ad. Fuck off. The encyclical suggested new directions and active participation instead of a merely passive role for the faithful in the liturgy, in liturgical ceremonies, and in the life of their parish. The encyclical also emphasized the importance of the Eucharist. For further reading, because there's a lot of words here I can't pronounce, so I'm just going to link this into the underbar, the description. Right now, there it is. All right. Let's move on up here. 1952, the Slansky trials began, a series of Stalinist and anti-Semitic show trials in Czechoslovakia.
Not unaware of that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to have to lower my settings even more here. Let's see here. There it is. Lower you down to 40. That should work. All right. We got a theater premiere in 1957. Morton Wishinghrad's dramatic play Rope Dancers, starring Art Carney, Siobhan McKenna, and Theodore Bickle, premiered at Colt Theater in New York City, running for 189 performances.
Oh, wow. Art Carney, yeah. He was, came to fame for, I can't remember the sitcom that he did with, oh well, I've lost it, never mind.
Well, to lose something, you have to have it first. So, The Godfather?
No.
Rope Dancers?
No, sitcom on TV.
Okay.
That's what he's really known for, the sidekick of...
Art Carney. Art Carney sitcom. The Late Show, House Calls, Tonto, Going in Style, The Muppets Take Manhattan.
No, I can't. It has to be on there somewhere. It's one of the main things.
Axel Heist, that aired on NBC from 59 to 61.
No.
The Art Carney Special is a comedy television series. Huh.
Oh well. I've totally lost it.
Okay, well, I hope you find it. Anyway, moving on up here, 1958, U.S. puppeteers Jim and Jane Henson established the Muppets, Inc., now known as the Jim Henson Company.
Yeah.
Muppets.
Yeah, no, I know. Jim Henson had lost him way too soon.
Yeah, he was, wow, only 53.
Yeah.
Oh, bacterial pneumonia, that's rough.
Yeah.
I've had pneumonia once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Anyway, moving on up to 1962, Mickey Mantle won American League Most Valuable Player for the third time. Mickey Mantle, that's a name I remember.
Great ones, yeah.
Let's see here. We got some sports history. 1967, Mets pitcher Tom Seaver, 16-12, was named National League Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, another great one. Great pitcher.
Yeah. Look at her with her Texas hair. 1968, Second Country Music Association Award. Glenn Campbell and Tammy Wynette won.
Okay.
All right. Then 1969, Brazilian soccer icon Peel scored his 1,000 goal. Pele. Why is there not an accent over the E?
Probably
Supposed
Americans left it off.
Stupid Americans. Yeah. He scored his 1,000th goal.
Yeah.
So,
he was something else.
Yeah. Then moving on up into 1969 as well, San Francisco Giant Willie McCovey edged Tom Seaver as National League MVP. That must have been an upset, slightly.
I don't know. Willie McCovey was a great one. He played for San Francisco. They hated San Francisco Giants.
Then 1971, the 21st NASCAR Sprint Cup, Richard Petty won. Mm-hmm. Good. We got another historic event here. 1975, Ronald Reagan announced candidacy for Republican nomination for U.S. president. And somewhere out in California, there is a deranged nuclear scientist losing his mind.
What's that?
Ronald Reagan, the actor.
Hey, a footnote, and I've told you many times, Ronald Reagan spoke keynote speaker at my high school graduation.
and how did you take that?
The actor?
Yeah. Didn't you say something about, we got this lousy two-pit actor here?
Well, this is before he was governor. He was laying the groundwork to be governor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Someone go, who's speaking at our graduation? Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan! Holy cow! Why do we get him?
And then later he went on to become a pretty decent president.
Yeah.
So only served, 2 years and change, 3 years and change, not long.
And what are you talking about?
Oh, wait, no, not Reagan. JFK, I was thinking. Sorry. My brain went dead.
Okay.
Not Reagan. JFK, I was thinking. So never mind. Anyway, 1976, George Harrison appeared on Saturday Night Live haggling with Lorne Michaels, performing Here Comes the Sun and Homeward Bound with Paul Simon, and airing 2 music videos.
Okay.
1977, the 27th NASCAR Sprint Cup. Cale Yarborough won.
Yeah.
1977 as well, Egyptian President Anwar Sadat became the first Arab leader to address Israeli Knesset. Knesset?
Yeah. Knesset, yeah.
Is that a person?
No, that's the body, like our Congress.
The government, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. 1977 as well, Walter Payton of the Bears rushed for NFL record 275 yards. That's pretty substantial.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what I just read, but that's a big number there, yeah. So... And I can only imagine...
Great running back.
Yeah, I can only imagine, him running with all those opposition. That's a...
Died real young of cancer.
Let's see here. Yeah, cancer. At the age of 45. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Bile duct cancer. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
Bile duct.
So, you know what bile is?
Yeah, like, stuff produced in your liver and stuff. And,
yeah.
Jeez. Anyway, 1980, United Nations Gulf War mediator Olof Palme made first unsuccessful space shuttle peace shuttle between Tehran and Baghdad. All right, so he tried, but it was unsuccessful. We got a theater premiere here in 1981. Charles Fuller's stage drama A Soldier's Play, featuring Denzel Washington and Samuel L. Jackson. Really? Opened at Theater 4 in New York City, running for 468 performances, winning a Pulitzer Prize as well. Now, I had no idea these two guys were also stage actors.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson, yeah.
Well, he's a movie actor.
Yeah.
But to be in actually a theater.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what they all do. I've never seen them obviously on the stage, but yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Man, I would have loved to see Denzel Washington and Samuel L. Jackson on stage as a former thespian. That would have been a great show, personally.
Yeah.
So. Well, then we got an album release here in 1981. Ringo Starr released album Stop and Smell the Roses in the UK. People really do gotta stop and smell the roses.
Absolutely do.
Like, everybody's just so focused on their devices and so plugged in and all that crap that we don't even see the world around us anymore. All we see is a bloody screen, I feel so bad for the younger generation. Like, my generation really was the last one to actually go out and experience life, when you think about it. Like,
I'll tell you what, it shocks me that kids aren't out playing these days.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. They're doing something, but they're not outside playing.
I really miss Scooter Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she finally grew up.
Unfortunately, yeah. 1981, Russian Anatoly Karpov retained a World Chess Championship. All right, he looks kind of young in that picture.
Probably is. Well, I don't know if that's when he retained his championship.
Well, no, but still, was this the guy? Was this a prodigy? At the age of 22 or something? Yeah. We read about this guy the other day. I remember this. At the age of 22, he became the youngest ever World Chess Champion in 1985 on November the 9th. To win a 13-11 win over fellow countryman Anatoly Karpov.
Okay, you're right. You nailed that one. 22, he is really young. So.
This is... No, he was a loser, and the other guy was the young one.
Oh.
Gary Kasparov was a 22.
Ah, okay.
So, all right. Let's move on up here. In 1982, Drew Barrymore, at the age of 7, hosted Saturday Night Live. Wow. At the age of 7?
Really?
Hosted a TV show. One of the most known TV shows.
And look how mature she looks for 7. I got the look.
The look. Hey, you fish for the look. Every now and then you get a bite.
Yeah, I get it.
1983, Terms of Endearment, from the book by Larry McMurtry, directed by James L. Brooks, and starring Shirley MacLaine and Deborah Winger, premiered in New York. Later to receive the Best Picture in 1984.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, here we go, angry guy. 1984, Mets pitcher Dwight Gooden won National League Rookie of the Year. All right. Then moving on up to 1985, New York Yankee Don Mattingly easily won American League Most Valuable Player. Yeah, it looks like they caught him right out of the locker room or something. He has, he showered.
Looks like hat hair.
Yeah.
Not quite hat hair, maybe shower hair.
Yeah, he has the shower hair going on. So, we got some more sports history. In 1988, 38th NASCAR Sprint Cup, Bill Elliott won. Couldn't have taken a better photo of him. He looks like...
Sun's in his eyes.
Yeah. Then we got some more sports history. 1988, Argentine tennis star Gabriela Sabatini defeated Pam Shriver 7-5, 6-2, 6-2 to win her first WTA Tour Championship at Madison Square Garden in New York City.
Her first, that means she won more.
Yeah. And, here we go, Margaret Thatcher. 1990, British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher failed to defeat Michael Hesseling's bid for leadership of the Conservative Party. So she was bumped out, sounds like.
Maybe so.
Man, she was aggressive, right? Like she was a really good,
Yeah, as far as conservative movements go, her and Reagan. She was over in England, he was here, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here we go with this guy again with his not bad face. 1990, Oakland's Rickey Henderson won American League MVP. Yeah, not bad. Mm-hmm. Then 1990 as well, Saddam Hussein announced plans to release German hostages. Good. So
I wonder why he had German hostages.
I don't know either. That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if our German friend here knows why they had German hostages. Will, do you know why Saddam Hussein had German hostages?
No, I don't know. Sorry.
All right. Why did Saddam Hussein have German hostages? I did not spell that right. Iraqi embassy siege diffused in Germany. So Saddam orders the release of all hostages, including foreigners. So I guess maybe like he invaded the German embassy.
Yes, that's what it sounds like. Yeah. And then released them. Yeah. They were hostages and then.
Then we got some sports history here. In 1992, home crowd favorite Boris Becker claimed his second ATP Tour World Championship tennis title, defeating U.S. citizen Jimmy Coeur 6-4, 6-3, 7-5 in the final in Frankfurt, Germany. Huh.
He was the people's player for sure.
Yeah. Frankfurt, Yeah.
Like,
it reminds me there was...
I think he won Wimbledon like at 17, 18 years old or something. I believe. It's hard to remember, but he was young.
Let's see. Well, he had a long married life. Look at all those articles.
I don't know anything about that. Don't care.
Yeah, to become the youngest man at the age of 17 to win a Wimbledon singles title. Okay. You got it. Really? Look at that. Yep. But yeah, like Frankfurt, that reminds me of like this. There's this video game out there, and like they make this joke like Frankfurt. Like, are you a Frankfurter? Like, yes, I am a hot dog. So, 1993, Winnie Mandela's driver and bodyguard was murdered in Johannesburg. Yeah, anti-apartheid activist and politician. That has to be
going for her. Missed.
Well, obviously they were going for her.
Yeah.
Because she's, the wife of no other than Mandela.
Yeah.
Why can't I remember his first name? Nathan Mandela?
No, that's not right. You said I'd know it.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson, there you go.
All right.
You were close.
Close.
Started with an N.
I'm not going to say the joke that's coming to my mind. But yeah. Anyway, 1994, U.S. tennis star Pete Sampras defeated Boris Becker 4-6, 6-3, 7-5, 6-4 to win his second ATP World Tour World Championship title in Frankfurt, Germany. Another Frankfurt. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy again.
Yeah. He
All
lost
right.
it. He won one, then he lost a few years later, I guess.
Then, 1995, Diana, Princess of Wales, admitted she cheated on Prince Charles in a TV interview.
That's not good.
No. Well, she
Keep
went
it to yourself. What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like politics, people always try to dig up dirt, you know, and then if you don't admit it, then they'll admit it for you, and then you look worse off that way, you know. If I mean, first off, don't cheat. Problem solved. Just don't cheat. Okay? It's that easy. You know, it literally costs nothing to keep your legs closed. What I'm saying. 1997, Flyers Eric Lindros tied to Bites San Jose defenseman Matty McSorsley. What the hell?
That's hockey. So I don't know.
But did he bite him on the ice or something? What does that mean? Like
he tried to bite.
He tried to bite him. Okay,
yeah.
Not tied. He tried to bite. Wow. Who do you think you are, Mike Tyson? Come on, dude. Like, I wouldn't want to get bitten by this man either, though. Like, you know. Anyway, here we go. 1998, court in Taliban-controlled Afghanistan declared accused terrorist Osama bin Laden a man without a sin in regard to the 1998 U.S. embassy bombings in Kenya and Tanzania. How is he without sin if he's bombing things? You know, like.
Well, the Taliban in court, that's what they're going to come up with. Everything has an agenda, like we've said many times, so that was their agenda.
Yeah, that's true. 2001, Josh Groban released his debut album, Josh Groban. Sales exceed over 5 million units. He is a good singer. So, and 2001 as well, U.S. President George W. Bush dedicated the U.S. Department of Justice headquarters, the Robert F. Kennedy Justice Building, on what would have been his 76th birthday.
Because he did head the justice system while his brother was president.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about this guy again in bursts here soon. 2002, Die Another Day, the 20th James Bond film released, directed by Lee Tamahori, starring Pierce Brosnan and Halle Berry. All right. And 2005, David Nalbandian of Argentina outlasted defending champion Roger Federer 6-7, 6-7, 6-2, 6-1, 7-6 in Shanghai, China, to win his only career season-ending tennis Masters Cup title.
Oh, look at that, 6. Those numbers each.
Those
each
are games.
Match, yeah, each
those
match,
are games.
Yeah.
So
each match went a long time, except for the 6-1 and 6-2.
Yeah. So
but
you
that's
have
an endurance battle.
You
right
have
there.
13, 8, 7, and then 13.
Yeah, but 7-6 can go. You got to win by 2 points, so it could have been any kind of number, and then it ends up 7-6. In other words, if it's 6-6, you got to win by 2 points. So it could go on and on and on, that one particular game.
Yeah, wasn't the longest match like 11 hours long or something crazy?
Well, they changed the rules, to shorten. So, because at one time you couldn't win 7-6, it had to be by 2, 8-6 or whatever. So they changed it to an overtime play.
Okay, so they were initially going by even numbers, is what you're saying.
Well, you had to win a match by 2. Now you don't, but you have to win the set by 2. So, to win 6-7, to win that 6-6 tie may go into overtime, but not the entire match. You can go on, and things did go on for a long time in some of those matches until they changed the rules.
Dang.
I'm not explaining it well.
Well, I'm not the best person to explain sports to either. Like my brain, very much like people trying to educate me when I was a kid. Oh, this is learning. Shut off. Oh, this is sports. So. 2011, 39th American Music Awards. Adele, Bruno Mars, and Taylor Swift win. And I know all of those names. And 2013, Ben Bradley was presented with the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Barack Obama at the White House ceremony. All right? I would not want to get any award from that guy. Sleazebag. Speaking of Obama, here, 2013... U.S. President Barack Obama posthumously awarded civil rights activist Bayard Rustin the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Give our president some respect.
When he earns it, I will. 2014, nearly 5 million illegal immigrants in the illegal migrants in the U.S. have the threat of deportation deferred after Obama announced sweeping immigration changes. Thank you. You know, yeah.
Okay.
And let's not forget, he's the one who started putting the kids in the cages. You know, along the border. That he started blaming Trump for all that. No, it's your boy Obama, you liberals. It's your boy. He started putting all the kids in the cages. So, 2016, 44th American Music Awards. Drake, Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, and Carrie Underwood won. Alright, and I'm so happy that they didn't put Justin Bieber as a linkable name here for once. The guy's a piece of shit. Although apparently he's doing better today, but, you know, like, Justin Bieber, like, this is why I hate this guy. Because he got his start by singing covers, you know, of various music. Like, you know, he's saying, like, you know, Michael Jackson, you know, songs and everything.
Okay.
And on YouTube, and that's how he got his fame, because he's a good singer, you know.
Okay.
Well, then he turns around and he agrees with the government that they need a stamp on that. And they need to, copyright laws and blah, blah, blah. He's a strong supporter of that. It's like, bro, you're removing the ability for anybody to follow in your footsteps, you hypocritical piece of shit. You know?
Also eliminates competition. Then.
Exactly.
Anyways, shouldn't hate someone when you don't even know him.
Well, I hate him for his actions. It's, you know, doesn't mean whether or not I know him. For what you do, you need to be judged by. And for what he did with that, just evil. Like, you know, like, I mean, because of him, there will never be another person like him. So he's stepping on his own neck.
Well, they'll figure out a new way to get to the top.
Yeah.
Anyways.
2016, Scotsman Andy Murray broke through for a first season-ending ATP World Tour Finals titles 10-0 with a 6-3, 6-4 win in London over five-time defending champion Novak Djokovic. This guy again.
Yeah. I believe Andy Murray was first-time, long-time English tennis player that actually brought the what's it called? Their championship.
Wimbledon?
Wimbledon, thank you. I think he finally won Wimbledon, and first Englishman in I don't know how many years to win it.
Well,
I think it was Andy Murray.
Well, let's see here. U.S. title, blah, blah, for the title, blah, blah.
Wimbledon men's tennis.
Win seventh, yeah. Win seventh Wimbledon, yeah. But it should tell me. Wow, he has a lot of articles here. Maybe you're right. I don't know. But,
would be the first Wimbledon he won. You know,
okay.
Obviously, would be the long-term one.
Let's see, Wimbledon. Well, anyway, while I present this as a challenge to our viewers, was this the guy that Loon here is talking about, or was it somebody else? Please educate us in the comments section. Anyway, moving on up into 2016, South Korean President Park Geun-hye's controversial friend Choi Soon-sil was charged with abuse of authority and coercion amid calls to also impeach the president. Ugh. Well, she was the first female president of South Korea. So, everybody has dirty laundry.
Yeah.
And let's not forget the first president of South Korea. Like, you know, he did some pretty shady shit. So, 2017, German Chancellor Angela Merkel announced that coalition talks to form a government have collapsed. And once again, you know, like,
well, they're freezing there today because of her decisions.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm saying it as an outsider, obviously, but that's the way I look at it.
Well, we have an insider right now.
Well,
so.
Don't put him on the spot.
I'm not. You know, I'm just saying, like, we have people all over the world. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in 2018, we actually have somebody in the server who's in Ukraine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's someone in the server. And actually, it was his server that got nuked. Remember I was talking to you about a Discord server I was in that got nuked, you know, shut down by Discord itself?
Yeah.
That was his server.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So, 2018, Indian actor Amitabh Bachchan confirmed he had paid off the debts of 1,398 farmers worth $560,000 amid Indian agricultural crisis. Well, he was an actor. But what? Who the hell has debts to over 1,000 farmers? Like, what is this? That's weird. Apparently he paid it off, though, so that's good. But why did he have so much debt to begin with? That's weird.
I don't know.
That's weird.
I really don't know anything about it.
I want to know more about this. Audience, here's another challenge for you. Like, tell us about this. That's interesting. 2018, South African golfer Gary Player received PGA recognition for his 3 senior British Open wins, 1988, 1990, and 1997. From before, event recognized as a major title in 2003 takes him to 9 senior majors. So retroactively, he got all these titles. That sounds like.
No, seniors is the old group. Senior golf.
Well, no, it says here he received his recognition from this. Okay, so let me explain it. He played in the senior British
tour,
Opens. Okay.
Yeah.
But before it was recognized as a major title in 2003. Yes. So after 2003, then he got recognition.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. So he's getting.
Yeah. They finally recognized it as major
retroactively.
Titles. Yeah. Yes.
You know, what I'm saying.
Yes. He won the titles and they recognized them as majors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So retroactively.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. And then, let's see here, 2019, U.S. Ambassador Gordon Sondland testified in an impeachment inquiry that, quote, we followed the president's orders, end quote, and that everyone was in the loop over Ukraine dealings. What? Okay, I guess that's when Trump was stamping out the whole Ukraine thing, and then, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, before we move on to the Burst and Deaths audience, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Anything that you wish we had elaborated on? Anything that you want to talk about involving anything? Leave a comment in the comment section. You know, start a dialogue. Anyway, moving on into Burst, I believe we're going to be losing the loon here.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Are we losing you? Or?
Yeah, I'm going to take off.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Well, thanks. I enjoyed it.
Yep. Anyway, starting us off in the year 270, Maximus II, Emperor of the Roman Empire from 308 to 313, born in Felix Romulania, which is Gamzirgrad, Serbia now, and he died in the year 313. And then who else died on this date? We have Wilfrid Laurier, born on this date, not died, born on this date in 1841. He was the 7th Prime Minister of Canada for the Liberals in 1896 through 1911, born in St. Lin, Quebec, Canada. Dying in 1918. We got here Selma Lagerlöf was a Swedish author and Nobel laureate, born on this date in 1858. The Wonderful Adventures of Nils, born in Marbacka, Värmland, dying in 1940. Where the hell is that? Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, it is a manor house in Sweden. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Well, I'm going to add this wiki in the other bar because I can. You know, because that's interesting. I've never... I don't know. Anyway, moving on up here, we have Kennesaw Mountain Landis. Who names their middle name Mountain? 1866, a American federal judge from 1905 through 22, Baseball Hall of Fame executive and first Major League Baseball commissioner from 1920 through 44, born in Millville, Ohio. So he was a judge, then he got involved in baseball. That's interesting. I wonder if he was an umpire. We got Edwin Hubble, 1889, a U.S. astronomer, discoverer of galaxies, redshift, born in Marshfield, Missouri, dying in 1953. Is this the same Hubble, the Hubble telescope? Hold on a second. Hubble telescope named after who? Edwin P. Hubble. Is this the same guy? Yes, it is. All right, so this is the guy. I would assume so. I just had to double check, you know. Some little live fact-checking there for you. And we got Hu Yaobang, 1915, a Chinese Communist official and General Secretary of the Chinese Communist Party from 1982 through 87, born in Luoyang, Hunan, Republic of China, dying in 1989. And he will not be missed. And who else do we have? Robert F. Kennedy. Yep, here we go again. 1925, a U.S. politician, Democrat, Senator, New York, U.S. Attorney General, born in Brooklyn, Massachusetts, dying in 1968. And who else do we have here? Oh, no. Oh, God. Bo Jiden. Wow. 1942, U.S. Democratic politician, 46 U.S. President from 2021 until now, Vice President, 2009 through 17, and Senator from 1973 to 2079, born in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Oh, I know a couple people in Pennsylvania, so I'm pretty sure they won't be happy to hear that their state has created one of the most... Yeah, I'm not going to say what I want to say. Not good people. Anyway, we have Ming Na Wen, It's 1963. A Macau-born actress, Mulan, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., born in Kolan Island, Macau. And who else do we have here? We have Future, or Navadius Wilburn, in 1983. A U.S. rapper and singer-songwriter, high off life, born in Atlanta, Georgia. Huh. And then we have Connie Talbot, British pop singer, born in 2000. Britain's Got Talent, 2007 runner-up, born in Walsall, England. So they are 22 today. So yeah. Moving on to the deaths, starting in 869, we have King Edmund of East Anglia. And that's all we have about him. Who else died on this date? Tom Horn, 1903, a American gunfighter and outlaw, hanged to death at the age of 42, born in 1860. So, Leo Tolstoy, Russian novelist, Anne Karenina, War and Peace, died of pneumonia at 82. Well, that's up there. Dying in 1910, so that's up there back in those times. Born in 1828. We have John Jellicoe, 1935, the first Earl Jellicoe, British admiral of the fleet in World War I, the Battle of Jutland, died of pneumonia at 75. Another one that's pretty up there. And who else do we have? Francisco Franco, died on this date in 1975, Spanish general and dictator from 1936 through 75, died at the age of 82. Too old. Too old for him. This guy was a piece of scum. Though, then, anyway, man, Anyway, moving on up here, we have Robert Altman, 2006, a U.S. screenwriter, producer, and director, The Player, MASH, and Nashville, died of complications from leukemia at age of 81. Leukemia is not a joke. So, and we have 2021, just last year, Ray McLaughlin, Irish rugby union prop, 40 caps, Ireland, 3 British and Irish Lions, Barbarians RFC, London Irish RFC, died at the age of 82. So, that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time, which is what time is it for you out in Germany, Will?
It's like 7:30, 43 minutes.
In the morning or at night?
At night.
All right, so the show is at 7 at night for you folks out in Germany. That's interesting to know. So, anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander, and I was joined by Will MC. And earlier we had, of course, the Golden Loon. Anyway, until you catch us tomorrow, or if you're interested in the random talk show, which is coming up here in a few hours at 2, stick around. Whenever you see us next, until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. Until then, toodles!